So this one time I was in this shop in England and I asked the worker there how much something was. He told me it was £5 and I was like, of what? Oh, and also I got a desk. Hey folks, welcome to This Week in History. If you're new here, every week we take a look at some of the historical events that take place each upcoming week. It's kinda in the title, but whatever. Let's do this thing. On August 2nd in 216 BC, Hannibal led his Carthaginian army to an important victory over the Roman Republic at the Battle of Cannae during the Second Punic War. Militarily, it's important because of Hannibal's perfect use of the pincer movement, wherein a weak center holds or is allowed to be pushed back, but this allows the strong flanks to move forward, and if it worked right as it did here, especially if you have cavalry to hit them from the rear, completely surround their enemy. The Roman army of 80,000 was practically wiped out by Hannibal's 50,000 men. In 1343, Olivier de Clisson IV was executed for treason. In response, his wife waged a revenge pirate war, and if you don't think I'm already working on a video about that, you're wrong. On August 3rd in 1907, Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis ordered Standard Oil of Indiana, which was part of the Standard Oil Trust, to pay $29.4 million in fines for illegal business practices. It was eventually overturned, but sticking with good old Mountain Landis, in 1921, as the first commissioner of baseball and, well, any sport, Landis confirmed the lifetime ban of 8 players involved in the Black Sox scandal, even though these men had been found not guilty the day before in a Chicago court. And yeah, check out that eye up there if you want to know more about that whole thing, and there's a decent chance that that video will get remade. On August 4th in 1693, French Benedictine monk Dom Perignon supposedly created champagne or sparkling wine, though he didn't invent either. Did create processes to make better quality wine, as well as avoid re-fermentation, which was what caused bubbles in sparkling wine. And yeah, if it's not from the Champagne region of France, it's just sparkling wine. Also, this episode is brought to you by nicotine and Coffee Monster, neither of which are really good for you, but On August 5th in 1583, the first English colony in North America, Newfoundland, or Newfoundland, or whatever, was established by Sir Humphrey Gilbert. Fun fact, his ship sank, killing everyone on board on his return trip to England. That ship's name? The HMS Squirrel. On August 6th in 1806, after being defeated by Napoleonic France, the last Holy Roman Emperor, Francis II, abdicated his throne, thus ending the Holy Roman Empire. It's okay though, he'd established the Austrian Empire in 1804 and ruled that as Francis I until his death in 1835. It's always good to have a backup plan, I suppose. On August 7th in 1794, the Militia Acts of 1792 were invoked by President George Washington in order to put down the Whiskey Rebellion, calling up state militias. This led to some other riots because of a draft, but overall it worked out. On August 8th in 1945, the London Charter, which laid out the laws and procedures for the Nuremberg Nazi war crime trials, was signed by France, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Still wish we'd gotten Hitler before he offed himself, though. And birthdays this week, we've got Mexican revolutionary leader Emiliano Zapata in 1879, famed English poet Alfred Lord Tennyson in 1809, and French fashion designer Louis Vuitton was born this week in 1821. And that's just gonna about do it for this episode. We'll see you here again next week. Same squirrel time, same squirrel channel. Be good to each other, be good to yourselves, and remember, just, don't be stupid.